Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Border Beats. We're joined today by another of TTEK's experts that we use on a variety of our projects, and very happy to be joined today by Kelli Thompson, who is another, like I said, of our experts. And actually, Kelli will soon be working with us on a valuation-related project with a Middle East client, and very happy to have her on board and happy to have her here today. Kelli's going to talk to us a bit about the topic of valuation and how it is situated within the WTO's Trade Facilitation Agreement. We know this is a topic very close to a lot of our clients as they try to become compliant with the agreement, and also as they try to modernize their valuation programs and their overall trade compliance program. So with that, I'll turn it over to Kelli to introduce herself and to talk a little bit about customs valuation. Kelli, over to you.
Hi, thank you so much, Brent. It's such an honor to be here. Thank you for allowing me to be able to spend some time on Border Beats. Just quickly to talk about myself, my name is Kelli Thompson. I am from the United States of America, and I previously worked for Customs and Border Protection for many years as an import specialist, senior import specialist, as supervisory import specialist, and then I also had the great honors of working at the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center. And during that time, I pretty much did all of the training for newly hired import specialists. I also did some training for entry specialists as well as regulatory audit. And including in that training was valuation. And so value is such a necessary topic because it literally involves so many different areas of trade and customs. So as I moved forward, I ended up, leaving Customs, even though it was an amazing opportunity. CBP is a great agency, but I ended up coming out on my own and getting my broker's license and starting my own international trading consulting company. And it's been fantastic. And I've opened up and seen things and been experienced to things that I didn't realize that was even a need. And so therefore now, one of my squishy parts of my heart that I love very much is technical assistance to developing countries and lesser developed countries. And this is so important. One of the areas is I'm really about trade compliance, customs compliance. I have an enforcement eye. And a lot of that deals specifically with one of my favorite topics is value. And, providing this type of knowledge and skills is so required for a country to move forward to financial self-sufficiency. And it also, which really is so dear to my heart, it helps alleviate poverty. And it helps better that government to be able to manage their money and also to reduce the dependence on international aid. So, that is why it's necessary that, these beautiful companies like TTEK and a lot of others to provide this type of assistance to this capacity building to these different countries. So now moving forward, I've spent a lot of time with customs administrations, and of course, everyone wants to stay away from value because value is a very in-depth topic, and it's a hierarchy, and you have to know what to look for. And most of the time, importers don't know value. They don't understand value. They don't know that there's allowable discounts. They don't know that there's types of assist that, if you build a shirt, right? And you buy the buttons, the shirt's built in Mexico, but the buttons come from China. Well, guess what? Those China buttons are included into the value of that shirt. And not only that, those buttons and even the actual transportation costs are involved. So there's so many details about value that's so necessary. And it's important for customs administrations to understand that particular topic so that they're able to ensure that they are protecting the revenue for their country. And so in support of the trade agreement, the trade facilitation agreement for value, I really stand by these these different customs administrations side to side, hand in hand, and helping them and to assist in doing value verifications to ensure that they're protecting their revenue and to ensure that they know how to recover revenue and they're asking their employers the right questions. And not only that, but they're even providing the trade community the information necessary when it's valuing their information. So, you know, when you look at the trade facilitation agreement, it involves, you know, so many different articles, which all include, and I have literally been involved in all of them, they all include, you know, value in some capacity. If you have, you know, simplification, if you have single window, you need to make sure that you're telling the trade community, how do you value your car? How do you value your, you know, the imported garments? How do you value samples? All of those different things. They also talk about, you know, values entwined with rules of origin, right? So rules of origin, there's a specific rule that's value added. So you have to look at the value to ensure that that value added was included to see if it originates or not. Another amazing thing that you have to look at is, you know, when we're dealing with post-clearance audit. Once we're dealing with the post-clearance audit, we have to look at value. You know, how are they valuing the merchandise that's imported into that country? We also have to look at risk management. What's the value? What are the high-risk targets? What are the high-risk values that we need to look at and to ensure that we do verifications in order to protect and secure the revenue of this particular country? So value is literally all over the place. It's one of my specialties, and I enjoy it very much. And I am just honored to be able to serve TTEK and a lot of different customs administrations to be able to help them protect and recover their revenue, and also to be able to help the national economy.
Thanks, Kelly. That's great. I so many good points, and it definitely, you know, drives home what we see a lot in terms of one of the most common areas that we are asked by our clients in general discussions about where they need help and where they need assistance in their customs modernization efforts. Value comes up over and over again as you know, something I think that at some point times can be overlooked, but until it's realized the complexity of it and the importance of it in an overall trade compliance program. So we thank you for your time. We very much looking forward to getting started on our new project coming up soon, and just want to say thank you overall.
Thank you so much, Brent. Thanks for having me.
Great. Take care.
Thank you. You as well. Be safe.